Hello everyone, this is Aaron again. Today I want to talk about a discussion I had with a friend of mine who was a prepper, survivalist if you will. And that is, and I've also seen some people talk about this on various videos on YouTube. And that is a PCP, should a PCP ever be used for home protection? And I've not heard one person out there yet to say yes to that scenario. And myself, I would say no to it also if you have other means, if you have access to other types of powder burner guns in your home. Yes, PCP is the last thing you go to. But I have some friends who now own PCPs because of seeing mine and shooting mine that don't have any powder burners in their home because either they don't believe in powder burners, they don't believe in firearms, or their spouse is adamantly against them, and so they're not in the house for all kinds of reasons, protection of the kids and that sort of thing, protecting them from the kids, I should say. It's one of the big arguments I hear. But now that they have a PCP in their home, it's their go-to weapon. If it's your go-to weapon, then I don't want to make an argument for, I think that I would be very, very comfortable with some of the guns that I'm going to show you and even talk about here, that I think that for home protection would not bother me at all. Now you got to understand this now. There's all kind of scenarios here. The scenarios I'm talking about is the single intruder, okay? Someone trying to break into your home or whatever. But even if there's multiple ones with the right type of gun, I think you can defend yourself pretty well, given the advantage that you have knowing your home and your location, and them not knowing your home nor your location, and you're able to get the first shots off. So with that, let's talk about the first gun. And this gun here you saw in the last video if you watched it. That is the Pro 20 gauge right here. This gun is as powerful as my 20 gauge over there, powder burner. And I would feel very, very comfortable in a position in my home. Someone's breaking into my home, and I'm gonna talk later about how I know they would never be able to break into my home without my knowledge if I'm home long before they get through the door. But we'll talk about that later. But if I'm gonna get to a secure location, knowing that they're coming in this window or this door or whatever, because that's where the activity is. I have no problem with this one. Okay, I have no problem with this one at all, because I just want to be in a position with my gun to get the first shot off. And with this one, if I break it down, if I practice, I can break this thing down, put another shell in it, and get off another shot. And you get up to 3 shots with it, and you're shooting either buckshots or slugs. I guarantee you there won't be any fire being returned if they do have a gun with them drawn. This shotgun here, and take a look at the video on this thing that I did about a week or so ago, and see the power of this thing and the spread of this thing. And I think you agree with me that if you're at home with this, with nothing else, don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Bring a PCP if you don't have anything else. Leave the knife, okay? But this is one gun I would feel very, very comfortable with if someone was coming into my home, an intruder, and they were going to actually get into my house, and I know where they're coming from. Boom. This would drop them easily. So yes, in the case of PCP versus an intruder and home protection, take this anytime. Let's talk about some other guns here. Okay, we're back. And let me just tell you about something else I would feel very, very comfortable with if someone's breaking into my home. This is the age of the auto and the semi-auto. This is my Snow Peak. With this here, again, all right, I'm even more comfortable with this thing here than I am with the shotgun. Okay, with the shotgun, I'm going to aim, probably center mass, and pull the trigger in an actual situation where I'm trying to protect myself and my family. With this, I feel even more comfortable. All right, if I can get to a secure location with this thing, and with a scope, and get to that secure location, all my scopes are 10 yards, focusable to 10 yards. Okay, I know now that even if there's multi-intruders, let's say there's 2, and they don't know my location or my house, and they're coming in, and I can put the crosshairs on the first one and tap him once, and immediately move to the other and tap him again. And if I can't do that, then just open up with all 10 shots. I'm just fighting for my life here. I would feel very comfortable with that. The automatics have changed the game. 22, 25 caliber, headshots, all day long. I've seen everything dropped with them. So, again, shot placement. But with this, I can, at 10 yards, I can hit you in the eye. Very, very easily. So, again, my argument for this is that between the shotguns, which are very, very powerful, this gun here, which is semi-auto, shooting 22 to 25 to 30 calibers, in close proximity, 10 yards, 12 yards, 15 yards away. I think that if you got the advantage of first shot, then you got the winning shot. So again, my argument is today's technology is more than adequate to protect yourself at home, given the fact that, one, you have prior notice, and usually noise is going to be there unless they have a key, then you're just in trouble no matter what gun you have. Secondly, some type of surveillance system that has alerted me. And now I can get to a secure location and be able to defend from that point the entranceway where their prowler or whatever is going to be coming in. I'm scared to death because no one wants that to happen, but at the same time, I am deadly. My intentions are very, very deadly at that point because my heart is beating, adrenaline is going. But if I can get this thing down on something and put it where I want to put it and squeeze off that first shot, I don't think I'm about to squeeze off another one unless there's multiple people coming in. So that's another gun that I think that would work out. So if you own a Snow Peak, one of the cheap Snow Peaks, something like that, let me just show you a video of me at the range talking about this gun, and check this out. Now this is a automatic. This is a Snow Peak automatic M40. Okay, I think it holds 10 rounds in the magazine. This is 22 cal. If you had a 25 cal, it'd be better. You got a 22 cal. But here's the scenario: you're sitting on the couch, you're working on this thing or whatever, you got it laying around, and all of a sudden there's a boom at the front door. Okay, all you gotta do is get to a strategic location to cover the area which you know this person's gonna be coming. Second thing you want to do is you want to secure your body. You want to either get around the corner like this, or you want to get down behind something so you show as little as possible so that he won't see you for a couple of seconds even when you fire the first shot. So let's just say I just pop down behind the couch and I'm covering the door, and this person comes around the corner. Okay, if you got this gun here and they done broke into your house, please do not say halt or da 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 da. You don't want this thing to match up against a 45, a 38, or a 9mm. You just got to go ahead and fire, because this is a dangerous situation. The guy's just broken into your house, and this is the situation. Okay, let's just see what this thing will do with rapid fire, and we'll talk about the rest of it later. Let's just go with it. Got a target down here about 10 yards. At your home, you're not going to be shooting long distances, guys. So we're just going to try to get them into him as fast as we can. You're going to aim center mass and just keep pulling this trigger until this person either runs or falls. But we won't stop pulling the trigger until this gun is empty or we have no more target. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at that. Okay, I'll cover this at home, but what we talk about here, we're talking about the cumulative effect. We're at home. We're not in the streets and nothing like that. We're at home. Somebody comes in, we got the drop on there, we know they're coming, and we have that advantage. It's not the shot, it's the cumulative effect, because he's not going to stay around to see what the hell's going on. Guarantee you. When that first one hit him, and the second one, that's why you want to do rapid fire. You want to get at least 3 into this guy before he can even realize what's going on. But yeah, in the right scenario at home, yeah, this is self-protection for sure, because you got too many advantages that can cover. Let's go home and finish this out. Okay, that was the Snow Peak. Now, my nephew David, as you all know if you've been watching the videos, has a 25 cal egg gun Leshi semi-automatic. And let me just show you a little clip I did with his gun. I don't have it here. I was at his house recently and I just did a quick clip for this video of his gun to show how comfortable I would be with that one also. Okay, I'm at my nephew's house to film this portion. of it to say to you this. This is the air gun. This is the 25 cal, okay? Straight up, if you got this gun here, and the things we've been talking about, you go, someone's breaking into your house or whatever, and you find you a secure position, make your body as small as possible, stick this thing out and put that scope. It's not going to be anything to it. So let me just fire. If I got a target down here, someone's coming to your house, get behind the couch, get behind a door, stick this out. You know this is the only way they can come in. And I guarantee you, if you got this in 25 cal, I think if you got it in 22 cal, or even in 177 cal, if you hit them in the head twice, pap pap, I don't think they're gonna be. I think it's gonna blur their vision enough that they won't be able to do much. But let me just show you what you can do. Okay, guys, just come in. I'm gonna put it on them, and that's it right there. Because I shot them off really, really fast, so it's gonna move around a little bit, but none of them are gonna be off target. So if you got an Ed gun, if you got a M40 automatic in 22 or 25 cal, or any of those guns we'll talk about in a minute, this is all you need. And for anybody out there who says this is not good, let me get the drop on you. I don't care what gun you carry. 357 Magnum, 6 hour, whatever. I don't care what you carry. Glock. I don't care what you say. If you come into my house and I'm in a hidden position and you don't know where I am, and I got the advantage of first shot, I think that I'm going to take you out every time with this little piece. The secret is making sure that no one can get to you without your knowledge. We'll talk about that later. Well, it goes without saying that I would be very, very comfortable with an air gun, Leshi, or any of the autos and semi-automatic rifles that are out there today. But in a pinch, I think I would be comfortable. It's about as comfortable you could be in a situation like this. I'd be comfortable with my little P15 here chambered in 25 cal. Again, it's all about shot placement, first shot, and making sure that first shot is not center mass. If you got one of these things, you're aiming center mass, you may as well just throw it down and stick your hands up and hope for the best. With this, you got to go. You got to go. You got to be like my European buddies that are shooting these sub 12 pound guns. Every shot, for the most part, is a headshot in order to make a clean kill. You got to adapt that policy for home protection. You got to get into a secure position, behind a doorway, down behind the couch, or whatever, so you're showing very little part of yourself, so that nothing can be seen until that moment that you get that first shot off. And with this, I would make sure ain't nothing in here. Nothing is. We'll cock it, and we could have a situation where, okay, we could have a situation like that, okay, where you may have to get off multiple shots. But in that situation, I just hope that you know enough about your gun and you're cool enough to make that first shot exactly where you need to put it. If there's an intruder, you back on it again. And like I said, I'm not saying this to people out there who have massive firepower. I know most people out there got way overkill that are out there. This is for the person who is at home and something is going on and they may have to defend themselves, and this is the only thing they got in the house. And I say the same thing for a break barrel. In a given situation, if you can't escape, then one break barrel shot may have to suffice. But all I wanted to address here was a discussion I've been having with a friend of mine about the capabilities of these guns that we call air guns today. If you pushing a slug out of this barrel here at 700 feet per second, 800 feet per second, then I don't know what the foot pounds are. You can figure that out, but it can't be good. All right. So I just wanted to make this video to just talk about that a moment, and to say to you guys that are out there, this will work. I think you might want to put it into practice. You may want to, given your situation, know exactly where this thing is, and at all times, and you have access to it like you would any other home protection device. So with that, I'm going to close it here. This is just a short video to talk about, to do a video about a discussion I've been having with one of my buddies who was, as I say, is a prepper. But let me just say this. One thing I do want to do is this. I've done this now, and I know there's people out there who say, "Oh, there's no one in the world that you should be out there with a PCP." And I don't either. If you have other resources, but if you don't have any other resources, this is the only thing you got to fall back on. I feel very, very safe, comfortable in falling back on it. If I'm in a mass firefight situation, I know I'm going to lose. But for home protection, for one intruder, maybe even two intruders, with this only being thing around, if I can master this thing and have the advantage of first shot, there's a very good chance I'm going to survive the situation. That's all I wanted to argue about. Now, for all you powder burners out there who are probably looking at this and saying, "Oh my God, what is he recommending?" Don't beat me up. This is just for the people with that. My next video is going to be about my recommendation for what I think you should have for home protection. And we're talking about powder burners here. We're going to go into that. And I know I'm off the mark here a little bit, but my prepper friend here is telling me a lot of things about how bugging out and prepping should be, and how you should have your gas and stashed and all these other things stashed and all these other resources and foods and dried foods and all that sort of thing. And we also in that scenario talk about protection. And this is one of the things that have come up a couple of times now. So with that, we're going to be back again with a video on my recommendations for best home defense powder burner guns. And I'll be bringing out some of my guns for that presentation and show you what I think of what I would try to do in a situation where I need to defend my home with deadly force. So with that, we're going to let you go, and I'll tell you guys keep it safe, and we'll see you in a week or so.